The COVID-19 pandemic has changed our society as we continue to adapt to social distancing, restricted travel, and an increasingly uncertain economic outlook. The effects of the pandemic are just becoming apparent. Uncertainty remains regarding international students, enrollment, and potential impacts for funding and research agenda. Today's Flash Talk will focus on how research is conducted during the pandemic. I am delighted to be together with Professor Stefano Ruffo, who is the president of SISSA, the International Schools of Advanced Studies based in Trieste, Italy. Good morning, Professor. Besides his role as president at SISSA, Professor Ruffo has an impressive curriculum. He's a full professor of condensed matter physics. He has published over 200 papers, which have received more than 8,000 citations. He is also the editor of several journals and serves on the board of many international societies. We're delighted to have you here, Professor.
Good morning.
So let me begin with asking, do you think research institutions are effectively adapting to the pandemic as it comes in waves?
Yes, as everybody sees, there are different strategies that universities around the world have followed to cope with teaching in a pandemic, teaching and doing research during a pandemic. Italian universities have chosen to favor the face-to-face teaching, recognizing the immense value of a direct personal interaction with the teacher and the student, between the teacher and the students. Of course, this is every safety measures is adopted, the distancing, use of face mask. These measures have been adopted everywhere in all Italian universities. And as a consequence of these measures, also the capacity of the classrooms is strongly reduced to about, let's say, 50%, just to have an idea. And in order to guarantee the possibility of attending the classes for all students, including those who have health problems, fragile students, and also fragile researchers, these students cannot attend the classrooms, the courses, and also the students coming from abroad cannot attend the courses. So the classrooms have been equipped with in such a way to transmit remotely the lessons, and also in such a way to record the lessons. Of course, we have done this also at SISSA, where we have a small number of classes. We are a PhD school with 300 students, but the measures adopted have been more or less the same.
Okay. And is restricted travel still having an impact at your institution?
Of course, almost all our research staff trips have been cancelled, and we receive a very, very limited number of invited researchers and professors. And the Congress activity in presence is de facto absent. And, but of course, on the other hand, we have learned how to use the tools of online communication in a more creative way.
Well, in this new normal that we're all unfortunately adapting to, I wonder what is the future of collaboration and all the activities for sharing and communicating research among the groups that perform research?
I think that we have in face of us 2 years, 1-2 years, where the situation will be more or less like this, and communication will take place almost completely online. The trips will be slightly more frequency only with the nearest research centers. And this, of course, will have an important legacy since once we have learned how to use the advanced means of online communication, we will certainly not stop using them. Innovative solutions will also be found, and I believe that a market for these products will emerge.
I certainly agree with that. Considering the impact that your prestigious institution has, I'm certain you're probably very concerned with the importance of keeping the level of the impact of your research. How do you expect you will maintain that level of impact in 2020, 2021, and hopefully not in 2022?
Of course, the high quality of SISSA research is beyond question, and we will try to maintain it. Our priority is the attraction of highly talented PhD students, both Italian and foreign, and also the one of recruiting the most promising researchers in our fields of research, like physics, mathematics, and neuroscience. I think we will be able to do it in a different and innovative ways. If looking at the past 10 months, we have been able to recruit 2-3 researchers from abroad, and we are opening our classrooms with about 70 new PhD students. 1/3 of them are foreigners. So in the middle of these difficulties, we have been able to cope honestly and reasonably with the difficulties.
So the world is changing, and in a post-COVID situation, things will certainly be different. What role do you think institutions in general, and of course yours as well, should play to shape science and research, specifically in society?
The pandemic has demonstrated even more, if this is needed, the impact of science and technology on society. Having taken these lessons once again, I think we should learn from it how important it is to invest in research, both public and private. I state this as a researcher who works in Italy, where the investment in research is unfortunately still more limited than in other European countries, and compare it also with the countries that in the world have a leadership. I think we are still able to train researchers at the highest level, and this we should continue to do, but we should definitely stop the tendency that is very clear of our researchers to work outside Italy.
Thank you very much, Professor. It's a perfect time to end this flash talk. Thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you.